Hello, my name is Kara Warburton. This is the last part in a 4-part series of short videos about micro-content. The screen you see now shows the last slide shown in part 3, where I suggested that micro-content needs to be taken out of context and separately managed as an information resource for writers and translators and so forth. So let's continue now to the next and final slides. Okay. So as I said in part 3, micro-content can be managed in a database, just like other forms of discrete digital content. But you need a specially designed database management system, and you need to connect this database to production tools used for authoring and translation, search keyword management, file management, and version control, among others. Everyone involved in developing or managing content, and I showed you that in part 1, needs to have information at their fingertips about word usage, branding, search keywords, and so forth. Here I show a very basic system architecture. On the left, you have a database containing micro-content, metadata about this micro-content, and other relevant information in multiple languages. This database is managed by using a database management system, shown here in the middle, that is especially designed for micro-content. Although micro-content has properties similar to data, it is nonetheless text, not data, so it requires a unique data model and tooling. And the person managing it has to have an appropriate linguistic background in addition to being tech-savvy. On the right, you have the various delivery media. People should be able to access the information where and when they need it, effortlessly. If your tech writers use authoring tools, the standardized micro-content needs to be there as a reference. If your translators use a computer-assisted translation tool, the micro-content needs to be there as a reference as well. If you have people attempting to infuse your content with search keywords, well, you have to have those keywords predetermined and at their fingertips too. People often ask me if I can recommend a system for managing micro-content, and I expected that this question would come up after this presentation. So let me be preemptive and get to this directly. Micro-content, as I have defined it, is often referred to in my circles as terminology. There are tools available for managing terminology, but most are embedded in other production tools, such as in an authoring tool or a computer-assisted translation tool. By virtue of inheritance from their overarching system, these tools have certain limitations. I highly recommend a standalone system that was specifically and uniquely designed for managing micro-content and not for doing anything else. One of the best and most mature of such systems is called Termweb, produced by a Swedish-based company called Termweb Tech. And let's see now, here is a pared down screenshot from Termweb of some information that you might want to encapsulate and share across your organization about a term like hybrid cloud. There's a definition, there's a picture, and there's a standardized term in 5 languages. Much additional information can be recorded. This is actually a very basic view. And the information can be shared on desktops, in various production applications, on mobile devices, pretty much on all kinds of different venues and media. Okay, well, thank you very much for your attention. I hope I have convinced you about the benefits of a bottom-up approach to content management, and that you will now have a new appreciation for micro-content. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. My email address is shown on the screen, kara.warburton@interverbumtech.com. Thank you and have a nice day.